I just finished my day 14 meditation. And it keeps freezing, I think. I was really tired, so I sort of fell asleep sometimes. I was sitting, so I did not lie down and sleep, but I don't know how you call it. In French, we say cogner des clous. That's a funny expression, meaning like hammering nails, we call it, like this. But what struck me in that is that when you fall asleep, your heart keeps beating, you keep breathing, and blood pumps and all of that. All those biological things still work. Yet thinking stops. So I feel mostly at peace after this meditation, not because I sat for 1 hour, because usually sitting stirs up the thoughts and the mental activity. But since I sort of fell asleep, I was in another state, I guess. Like brain waves were different. So it stopped the mind. So what's coming up for me is that, well, if thoughts stop when you sleep, well, obviously it's not a biological necessary thing for your survival. Of course it's not. It's so annoying. But yeah. Yes, and also babies don't have thoughts, right? And animals, and they still survive and live. I know all of that intellectually, that thoughts and mind patterns and mind activity is not necessary in itself. It's just something we are taught, conditioned to do. And let me take that off. But it's quite aggressive. It's an energy, it feels like, because it has a heaviness to it. In my case, I don't know if some people experience light, fun, playful mind activity, but I typically don't. Even if, for example, something I am happy about is about to happen or is happening, just my mind activity about that thing is one of grasping and, oh, finally, it's not peaceful. It might be excited about something, enthusiastic about something, but it's always based in time, in like, this is right now, this thing, or this is coming soon, so I can be happy soon, or it is right now, but it might not go on forever, so I have to grasp it, I have to hold on to it. So it's never peaceful, actually, because it's always conditional on time and things like that. So I'm into self-inquiry at this time, and I read, I watch a lot of videos on non-duality and enlightenment, And that's what I want. And that's funny because obviously it's the ego that wants that. And the ego says, oh, this is going to be so nice. And yet, from what I know of it, it's the death of the ego. So, is it really happening out of nowhere, spontaneously, or is it the result of some sort of wanting? I think it might be both. But there's a lot of ego in that still. My desire for waking up comes from a lot of inner suffering, deep struggle, deep inner suffering. And although I have not achieved all the goals that my mind thinks would make me happy, I've achieved enough and I've experienced enough life to know that no, they won't. Like I said, I mentioned many things that I have financial issues at the moment. And of course I want to solve those issues. I want this to be solved. But I know this won't bring me fulfillment. I know that having the great career that I can dream of sometimes won't fulfill me. Well, there might be a part of me that still doubts it. Yeah. A part of me says, well, actually, what if a lot of money would make you happy? What if a meaningful career would make me happy? But then I would be afraid of it going away. I would have to spend my time managing and planning, and I don't like managing and planning. Yeah, so that self-inquiry thing, I'm not going to explain what it is because well, it's about asking, who am I and who's that voice? What's that, questioning everything, questioning your thoughts, your emotions. And what I tried to do today was to feel, I know that I'm not my thoughts, and I know that I'm not my emotions. So what am I? I don't know. And it seems to be very hard to get to whatever it is, because the thoughts are loud, the mind is loud, I had eaten a bit too much. Well, not that much. I didn't feel like so uncomfortable, but I could feel the heaviness in my belly and the thoughts, and sometimes emotions would come up. And sometimes too, the idea of an emotion would come up. Like I would feel this slightest bit of anger, and it would not develop. I would say it would not express itself, but I could see that it was there, and I was not the one responsible for whether or not the anger stuck. And yeah, that's strange. I could feel the anger pass by. Like I could see that I could potentially be super triggered and angry at something that came up in my mind. Why did it not stick this time, or why did it? So anyways, all that is, again, mental chatter, and it's exhausting. So that's what I've been up to today. Obviously, my ego that wants to measure how things have been going and how things are going will say 14 days in meditation, what did I learn? What happened? How did it change my life? Well, I don't think it did change my life, but I think it my being, the thing that I can't name and I can't seem to be accessing, is more, I guess it's more there. Yeah, it's good to have that, because sometimes when I'm in a trance of suffering and thoughts and fear, it can last for days and weeks. Oh yes. And it used to be months. So a lot of inner work helps in that. And I think meditation helps to provide a daily reset. So whatever is going on, no matter how terrible things could be in my physical reality, to have that check-in with myself, even though it feels uncomfortable, and sometimes it's just 1 hour of chaos. There's a part of me that I don't know what to call. There's a part of me that benefits from it tremendously, and that's what I'm banking on. That's why I'm doing this. So, day 14.